When people know clearly, because the third benefit of the organizational chart is it clarifies responsibilities. No one is just sort of guessing and wondering, where does my sandbox start and stop? And the next guy's, and I've done this with clients as well. Sometimes the sandbox has one side of it which is perforated, which means I, who am in the next sandbox, that person who owns that sandbox says, come on in and influence my sandbox. It's okay. I appreciate your input.
So you're saying there's not a hard line between one employee's position and another employee's position?
It never can be that way. It never can be that way because otherwise you're shutting down the whole notion of collaboration.
And then this information should be in the employee manual? Something different?
This is really different. This is more culture.
Okay.
Behavior, culture. Certainly the employee manual could address, and except that I don't want my small business employers to be changing the manual every time they change the organizational chart. So let's leave the organizational chart somewhat fluid, because the manual just talks about what are the things that are the behavioral expectations that I have for my employees. And it goes beyond that, because it'll talk about benefits, it'll talk about lots of other things. But in terms of the organizational chart, it can remain out of the employee manual, which, candidly is handed to every employee. If you've got one, it's handed to every employee, and then I've never really seen an employee go and study that thing.
Which is a great way to start making videos on your employee manuals.
Well, that's another way. Videos is another great way of training. Okay, it's another great way of training. Okay, so it clarifies responsibilities. If you as the owner or the CEO manager see that, I'm not sure that everybody knows what their sandboxes are, then you say, well, what's it look like in the organizational chart? And I've actually described those sandboxes in a clear enough way, simply in the organizational chart. So number one, it improves communication and coordination. Number two, it improves decision making. Number three, it clarifies responsibility.